Hi, I'm Jacob Parker with RestoreMasters, and we are at Studio Plex, located right off the Atlanta Beltline in the historic section of Atlanta, Georgia. On March of 2023, Atlanta was hit by one of the largest hailstorms it's seen in the last 20 years, compromising all types of roofing systems. Shortly after the storm, my client started to experience tons of issues. So he had me come out, do a thorough inspection, and then, after some negotiation with his insurance carrier, get him approved for a full re-roof. Let me show you how we did it and what we got going on. When I first get up on roofs, the first thing I'm looking for is signs of hail. First place I check are places like metals, skylights. As you can see on these skylights, there are tons of signs of hail spatter, matching exactly the size of the hail that fell on this date. So what I'll do is I'll measure the size of the hail, I'll match it up with a NOAA report, and then I know that that storm hit this building. Another trick that we like to do on the roofing systems to determine if they are compromised is we'll find a hail hit very similar to something like this. We'll take a moisture reader and we'll test outside the hail hit. And then we'll test inside of it. If the moisture reader is higher, then we know that this building is taking on water. Here at RestoreMasters, every job has their own supervisor. Jeff McIntyre is the one assigned to this building. Jeff's job is to make sure that this job is going through very smoothly and also keeping the owner updated day to day. Jeff, tell us what we got going on.
Right now what they're working on is skylights. As you can see by the 2x4s, they're having to build the skylights up. The old roofs, they were sitting too close to the actual roof, so we have to raise them up at least 8 inches. That'll bring us into code, and then we can do our membrane, install it, and put our skylights back on there.
So the old roofing system was a modified bitumen roofing system, but we were able to help this client and do so well on the claim that we were able to get him a better, more upgraded system. Jeff, tell him a little bit about what was here and what we have now.
Okay, what we have now is, over here is an asphalt roof. Basically, these have been around for, 50 years or so. This particular style, it's a torch-in. It's outdated. You lose a lot of energy through this. You have a lot of problems with it. If you have a repair, it takes quite a bit of money to get these things fixed. What we've done is upgraded them to a TPO roof, and we have 2 layers of 2.5 installed. We're a total of 5 inches of insulation, basically. So their R value is going to go up and insulate these buildings a lot better too, versus this, which is hardly giving you any R value at all right now. We also use the 60 mil TPO, which is the latest and the greatest. We've been using this for years now. We don't have issues with it. We've used other similar products in the past, but they just don't compare to the TPO system.
TPO is a flexible material that can adjust to the slope of the roof, maintain its integrity through natural roof movement, and withstand normal thermal expansion. TPO is designed to have the advantages of a rubber roof combined with hot air weldable seams for extra durability.
Sometimes we run into some pretty difficult situations on these roofs, but we always overcome it. This is a good example. What we have here is a steel structure so that the clients and customers can come up here and enjoy being on top of the roof. Problem is it's all steel and we've got to get a roof under it. So what we're going to have to do is cut all these steel grates loose, bring them up, put a new roof up underneath there and put them back down. We definitely do whatever it takes to get the job done, and if I had to, I'd bring a crane in here and lift the whole thing up. Just want to take a short minute to go over the timeline that we're on here. This whole project has 5 phases. We've done 2 phases. We're actually finishing up the last phase right now. Total work days, it's taken us 2.5 weeks, but with the weather, it's taken us a month. We also have an inspector here as well that was brought in to go over and make sure that everything's being done to spec and code, and we're golden.
Hailstorms are unpredictable. You never know when they're going to hit. And unfortunately, there is no preventative maintenance that you can do to prevent your building from being compromised by one. So if you know your building is in the area of a hailstorm, Before you call your carrier to come out and take a look at your building, why not hire a company like RestoreMasters, who will perform a full 16-point inspection and document every inch of your building to let you know what's going on. I'm Jacob Parker with RestoreMasters, and we roof America.